My name is Sky, and I am obsessed with learning about human potential and what we are truly capable of. I am absolutely fascinated by the connection between the mind, body, and soul. And as much as I love science and research, I constantly contemplate all that we can't yet explain through current science. A few months ago, I was feeling a little low. I was uninspired, I was discouraged, and I was feeling a little bit depressed. I needed a way to shift my mindset, and that's when I discovered Dr. Joe Dispenza.
If you're not using your thoughts to be defined by a vision of the future, to create a new life, then you're left with the memories of your past, and you will become predictable in your life.
Dr. Joe Dispenza is an international lecturer, best-selling author, and neuroscience researcher who used meditation and the power of his own mind to heal his broken spine.
The prognosis was I probably wouldn't walk again, and I just made a deal with myself that if I was ever able to walk again, I'd spend the rest of my life studying the mind-body connection.
And now there are thousands of people all over the world who have pretty remarkable stories of using Dr. Joe's meditations and techniques to get some pretty unbelievable results. Dr. Joe Dispenza was particularly fascinating to me because he is someone who is truly at the forefront of exploring the intersection between science and spirituality.
And if you do this properly and you can get your behaviors to match your intentions, you can get your actions equal to your thoughts, you can get your mind and body working together, you're going to have a new experience.
Many people will refer to Dr. Joe's work as pseudoscience, and although I really want to believe in all the stuff he's teaching, I'm still highly skeptical and I do have many questions, so I need to learn more. So when I had the opportunity to go to a full weekend workshop that Dr. Joe was giving in Boulder, Colorado, I was super excited, especially because it was taking place at the GaiaSphere, Gaia's new event center. If you don't already know what Gaia is, it's the world's largest streaming service for conscious media. And before I dive into my experience about the weekend, I want to let you know that Gaia is offering the Sky Life Vibe Tribe a free 2-week trial so you can experience all of the incredible content that Gaia has to offer, including Dr. Joe Dispenza's show called Rewired. And if you sign up for an annual membership, then you'll also gain access to the entire live Dr. Joe Becoming Supernatural event. But this offer to access the live event is only available until the end of the year, so make sure you take action now. I've put a link in the video description for you to go check it out. So here's my experience attending Dr. Joe's weekend workshop, Becoming Supernatural. So I arrive in Boulder, Colorado on a Friday afternoon, and I'm super excited because Boulder is a place that I've heard so many incredible things about and I've always wanted to visit.
You guys doing anything fun tonight?
We're becoming supernatural.
Okay.
We're gonna learn how to use the power of the mind.
That sounds really interesting.
Well, this is Hunter. He's my buddy for the weekend.
Hi guys.
We're just meeting today. You have a really cool Instagram page.
Yes.
About consciousness.
Yes.
What is it?
Third Eye Thoughts. It's gonna hit 1 million followers probably while you're here in the next 3 days.
Whoa!
So that's pretty dope.
What's your intention for the weekend?
Enjoy myself and to learn a lot and to have a good time, really.
Sweet, I'm here to get results. We're becoming superhuman today. So I go into the workshop being really excited and totally open to learn, but also still having my questions, still being a little bit skeptical as to what I might experience and if this stuff is really going to work for me or not.
Well, welcome to the GaiaSphere, and welcome to this wonderful weekend. You can program yourself for greatness. You can program yourself for suffering. You can program yourself for joy once you understand the formula. And we have all that machinery biologically to be able to do that.
It was during the first meditation, that first night, when I was totally caught off guard.
Eyes closed.
So I had never experienced one of Dr. Joe's guided meditations before, and I did not know what to expect. And the first thing that I noticed is that his voice is so strange when he's leading his meditations. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is this voice? Because it sounds like this intergalactic alien sci-fi voice.
To end the space.
So immediately I'm caught off guard by this, and then my guard goes up and I become a little bit fearful, because I'm well aware of instances throughout history when various spiritual gurus or teachers have used certain techniques, including brainwashing, hypnosis, manipulation, to create these cult-like followings. In any spiritual community, there are tendencies of this cult-like situation, and I have a very strong guard up against that, and I don't want to fall into anything that I'm not meant to fall into. Your girl is not down to be brainwashed today. I'm not saying that's what's going on here. I still have yet to experience the rest of the weekend, and I still have a lot more to learn, and I'm not going to close myself off to anything. I am just really questioning all of this. So on day 2 is when we really started diving into the theories behind what Dr. Joe is teaching. It is truly fascinating. It's truly next level. It really is sort of on the edge of like, what the is this actually possible, that this could be real? I don't know what the answer to that is yet. All I know is that I am extremely curious to explore it more.
Whoa! Mind blown, right?
And Hunter and I are pretty much on the same page. While we might still have some questions, we start to warm up to all of these concepts, and they start to really make sense to us.
It really comes down to just like one phrase, and if you get this, you understand it, and it's that thoughts create your reality.
But it's not easy. It's very hard to program your thoughts, because you're based on the subconscious programming that we all have stuck within us from years and years.
Just because you were someone in the past, it does not mean that's who you are. That means that's who you were in that very moment. But it's to realize that in every single moment going forward, you're allowed to decide, I get to be a new person, and who is a person that I want to be. And I think that's what he's saying is, be conscious of this moment and decide right now, who is it do you want to be, and what do you want to bring into your life.
Why would I not want to just
give it a
shot
and create the life
right?
you always wanted to live?
I think both of us are aware enough of our own psyche that it would be difficult for us to get wrapped into anything too crazy here.
For sure.
And it's safe. It's like it's meditation, just led by him in a hypnotic way.
This is a safe place. We're gonna be okay.
A lot of Dr. Joe's work is about the subconscious and really understanding how our subconscious programming, which has been stored in us for so long, is often running a lot of the show. It's running our decisions in our lives. It's sort of unconsciously, subconsciously running the way our life works. And until we bring awareness to it, until we start to really penetrate the subconscious on a deeper level, it's going to be really hard to change the state of our life and to change the state of our being. So Dr. Joe's meditations, his work pretty much teaches you this model and how to really do that and be aware of it. At this point, Dr. Joe and his team have measured thousands of brain scans during these meditative experiences, and they're seeing consistent patterns. He breaks down the model of the different brain waves and how it really relates to the different states of consciousness that we're trying to access during these meditations and what they really have to offer. When I started actually talking to people at the event who have used these techniques to change their lives, I became really inspired.
Hi, I'm Carol. I'm 73. I weighed 345 pounds, and I had developed lymphedema in my left leg, and it was swollen and full of sores. Started doing the work, meditations every day and every night. For the first year, didn't miss a day. And after the first month, I lost 30 pounds. The lymphedema was gone. I mean, my leg had come back to normal. I could wear shoes again. It's 2 years later, and I've lost 145 pounds. Doing the work. 80% of it is the mental work that you must do to get rid of your past, because you can no longer be in the past, and you almost have to become a different person, different habits, different values, and this is what's happened, and I'm just delighted at the results, and it's been a wonderful journey, and it will continue.
I just want to acknowledge you, Carol.
Okay.
I'm so inspired by you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for sharing your
I'm
story.
inspired by you.
Today's experience was a lot more reassuring than I felt yesterday. I've just gotten to the point where if this stuff works, then the only way to really know if it does is to just do it and go all in on it. I was so inspired by Carol. This woman is in her 70s and she is no longer walking with a cane. She decided in her 70s that she wanted to create another life for herself and transform her health, and she's doing it. And it's so inspiring to see that, and it just fills me with so much joy and so much gratitude and excitement for this work that's happening here. So I got up early this morning. I went for a run in the dark, cold snow, but it felt so amazing to just get my body moving. As hard as it was to get up early and go for a run in the freezing, cold, dark snow, honestly, I wanted to do it. I had the energy to do it. So I'm already feeling the effects of this training, and I'm really excited to see what the final day has in store.
I guess I could use the word breakthrough. You know, it feels like a lot of things are really making sense, and it's like, oh, I see what he's saying. Like it's the aha moment.
Oh shit, now we're talking.
Exactly. Which is crazy because day one, do you remember?
Day one we were like, what? No,
Yeah.
And now things are really starting to click.
Mind blown.
My mind is being blown.
Day 3 is going awesome.
Day 3 is lit. So at Gaia, they have this really beautiful labyrinth, and it's supposed to be this meditative experience of walking the labyrinth. And I decide that I want to walk the labyrinth barefoot. 1, because I'm a huge fan of cold therapy, and 2, because I knew it would be a challenge for me to use my mind to overcome my own body, which is what we are learning this weekend, and I wanted to really put that to the test. This was such a beautiful experience. I'm so glad that I chose to do this, and it was a little uncomfortable at times, and I was feeling cold and my hands and my feet were getting numb, but I was able to stay in such a state of joy, even in the discomfort of it. I was really using a lot of the techniques that we were learning that weekend to do so. So by the end of the weekend, I honestly feel so excited about life. I feel super pumped up to start applying these principles in my life to really see if I can get some real results with them. And that's my standpoint with any type of seminar or lecture or workshop that you're going to go to, is that you take what you learn and make sure you start applying it and really start seeing results before you start spending money on another lecture. We certainly don't have all the answers yet, and we are just on the forefront of understanding this. However, we are seeing real results from real people all over the world, and that cannot be ignored. It is my core belief that we do have the ability to create our own reality, and that our thoughts do hold energy and frequency, and that our thoughts matter and they inform how our life unfolds. I truly hope that this channel can be a place that does empower you to take control of your life, knowing that this life is precious, this life is a gift, and we get one of it. So why would we not want to do everything in our power and explore all of the options that would allow us to live our healthiest, happiest, most vibrant life? If you have a desire to learn what I learned during that weekend workshop, you can. Gaia is offering the Skylife Vibe Tribe a very special offer. You can get a 2-week free trial to Gaia, but also if you sign up for an annual membership, which I highly recommend because Gaia's content is really awesome and it's unlike anything you'll find anywhere else. If you get an annual membership, then for the rest of this year, you will be able to have access to the entire live event, including all the meditations. 2020 is coming up, and this is going to be a game-changing year for everyone, so take action now. I put a link in the video description for you to check it out. And that is it for this episode of Skylife. I want to thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment below. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and join the Skylife Vibe Tribe, our global community of beautiful souls who are committed to living our healthiest, happiest, and most vibrant lives. It is such a gift to be able to connect with you every week, and I want to remind you that you have the power to thrive. You have the power to live your best life ever. I will see you next week. Bye.